I can't right now.
Happy new month, everyone. Welcome to August. I don't know about y'all. Did you feel like August was like, bam, I'm here? It's like, feel like, stepped out with a bang. It was like, where did June and July go? Where did our summer go? It is time. Lisa and I were already talking about fall. I'm like, I'm sweating right now. We're talking about fall, but it will be here before we know it. So good morning. What did she say?
I want to say thank you for the ass kicking on Thursday.
Awesome.
I don't remember what I do.
The live you did the other day, the ass kicking you gave everyone on the live, it was great. I needed it.
Oh, okay. I don't remember which one it was. I kick a lot of ass.
All right, it is time.
Yeah, we're recording.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Want me to kick off?
Go
Yay.
for it.
All right. Well,
I
I
can't
am
think right now.
so excited. Monday, new month, new goals, new opportunity. I know we always kick off. We start these morning Zooms with gratitude. Again, gratitude is the shifter of so many different things. In the middle of everything that we have going on, gratitude changes everything. So, by now, unless we have some brand new people, and let's be honest, most the people on have been on, you're consistent, you're focused. And one thing that I would challenge everybody to do is, as you do your gratitude, not just doing the gratitude, writing the gratitude down, but maybe sending a gratitude message. Maybe that's something that you make intentional once a week, once a month, however it works in your schedule. We already do so much, so many task items, but maybe you send a message to someone you're thankful for. Maybe it's a family member, maybe a partner, maybe it's a coworker, maybe it's a teacher, but shifting that gratitude from just in your immediate domain to putting it out there to others. And I know this weekend we had the amazing opportunity to be around some incredible women, and I got the opportunity to meet Olivia, and she was saying that she sends her gratitude to anywhere from 10 to 15 women every single day, and she's done that for 5 years. Now, Stacy was here, and she said, yes, and Olivia sends that to me, and I look forward to that message. So, that gratitude that seems so simplistic, or maybe even, this is mundane, absolutely is an opportunity for her to encourage someone else. And then Stacy mentioned that she looks forward to that text message. She looks forward to seeing that in the morning. And had she not gotten it one day, or had something been missed, it's an opportunity for her to kind of check in on Olivia, and that's what we need, is those pulse checks for everybody. So anyway, maybe add that as your gratitude action items. Is I'm going to send a message. And for me, I thought about this. I thought this would be really cool if, like, from now to the rest of my life, I could message my kids at least once a week, something I'm grateful for them for. How cool would that be as a legacy for them to continue on with their kids? And it's just a day and age where we don't use our words. We don't say it as much as we should. We don't. And I have to say thank you, Lisa, for doing this Zoom, because I'm like fumbling in there going, oh, it's early. And she's like, imagine this at 4 a.m. I'm like, true that, girl, true that. So, I know that there are people that we are thankful for, but then we just assume that they know. So that's just where I wanted to go as far as the gratitude, because I know that we can just get in the habit of, oh, it's time to gratitude, but let's put it out there, let's share it, and really expose other people to the gratitude we have for them. So
Amen.
All right. Yay. I'll keep going.
What do we
we have a topic.
I don't know what our topic is. What is it?
I don't know. Do we have a topic, Shannon?
Actually, Lisa was supposed to go over the second half of her 9.
I know, but I'm gonna do it next week.
Okay, so then you just need to feed us the fire today. We're in new month. Feed us the fire.
Yeah, you didn't pack the book. That's what we talked about.
Yeah, that's why we didn't pack I didn't pick the book.
Well, we talked about it would be even better, just because it's the beginning of the month, to talk about goal setting. And do not roll your eyes. Do not go, oh, I've heard this before. Guys, we don't go anywhere without the GPS. We have to have the GPS. We Google how far. We look up things. I mean, last night, Elise had a situation. She's like, I need to find out how far this exists. She went straight to information. She had to see where something was. That's how we have to be with our goals, is seriously so defined and tuned into what we want each month. I saw this, it's a cool little, and it's actually in another thing that I ever think everybody was doing, but it was just like August goals, and it was so awesome. I thought this is something you could do for your family, you know, your personal goals, your physical goals, whatever goals you have. But it says August goals. We are, and it has a blank and says my PV will be, my PPA will be, I will send out blank mini experiences. I will help blank customers, and in the blank, that's numbers. I will sign new promoters. I will attend blank Zooms a week. I will help blank promoters rank up. Something I will do different this month that I did not do last month. And it's just a little one pager. And
That's so good.
Yeah,
Y'all
it
want to
is
screenshot it?
this
Here,
is
hold
a,
your phone up there. They
yeah.
can screenshot it.
now I think that it's a
Oh, I don't.
oh there.
There. Can y'all see that?
Now I think one of the other leaders, because I snagged it in a group I'm in.
You probably screenshot it and then zoom in on it later.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But you see how simple it is.
Yeah.
But it's very specific. I will send out blank mini experiences, and you have to be, you know, if you have product.
Do this fly.
Yes,
I think it followed me.
If you are, you know, if you have products sitting on your shelf, then you may say, I'm going to send out 5 this week. Or if you say, you know, I really don't have that much, I'm going to send out 1 a week, so that you're specific and you can have that. For me, I've started these new little journals, and I've just started setting that intentional, July, setting that intentional of, what am I going to do this morning for spiritual, mental, physical, business, and social? And I go through and I'm putting those things basically in these categories. You know, for example, you know, it says we are, and that might be, you know, 4K, 12K, 40K, 80K, 200K, re-rank. We are a 40K team. Maybe you put on there for your, you know, physical goals. I am going to walk 3 times a week. I am going to drink my required water every single day and not have a soda until I've drank that water. Or, you know, we talked about this on the Lunch and Learn, doing those reward and punishment things in our business and our goals of, I'm going to do this first. For example, one thing we talked about is, for me, I don't get on my social media until I have that devoted quiet time. Well, this morning I set my alarm for 5 o'clock. We kind of stayed up a little bit late. Pam's still here, and we watched a movie, and we were so mad because how many of us hate those movies that just go,
Yeah,
done.
she told me about
Oh,
it.
she was so mad. I think we were gonna throw something at the TV. We were like, we never watch TV. We watch TV, and this movie just ends like that. Like, who does that? So, you know, really getting up and having that time is so important to me. So I set my alarm. I had the greatest of intention, and I I get up and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's 10 till. I ran and then like, Lisa, she was already up. But when I jump off, I know that right now after this Zoom is such a sweet spot for my posts, for my engagement. But guess what? I get to sit down and have my quiet time, but I've missed it a little bit because of I slept in. So it's just those things that, what do you want more? You know, what do you do less of, and things like that, so that you know really strategically where you're headed. So the GPS, you know, we put that in the map or in our phone, and then it takes us exactly where we need to go. It even says if there's traffic, if we're rerouting and we need to go a different way, or if we need to take a different road. And so when you have those goals clearly defined and you're looking at week 1, and you're saying, well, I haven't put a mini in anybody's hands if you do minis, or I will help blank customers thrive for free. If you set that goal and that intent at the beginning of the month, and then you get to week 3, I will help 4 customers thrive for free. And you're going, well, I don't have any customers. Well, you know where your area is. Now, is it easy? I can just go get customers. Well, no, it's not easy. But what I can do is share. Today's Monday. I can share a picture of somebody in our organization, our team, that's had an incredible transformation. I can share a story of a mom that got her groove back, or got, that's loving chill, whatever it is. I'm going to share stories of the product, because I know I have a goal of 4 new customers. So I need to share more stories of the product. Have anything to interject with that, Lisa?
No.
Okay. And here's the
You're
thing.
on a roll.
Yeah. So
I know. I'm just thinking everybody definitely needs to wake up, because I mean, my daughter goes back to school Wednesday,
mhm.
and like some of the girls here this week, and we're like, yeah, my kids start school this week too. This is where business starts picking up again. And I mean, it's not even about right now. That's what I was telling everybody this weekend. It's not even about right now. It's about January, February, March, and April, and May already, because we kind of work all year planting seeds for those 6 months, 5-6 months. And if you've been in network marketing, I don't care, any of you right on here, tell me that I'm lying if you've been with any other company and it's not the same way. It doesn't matter what company you're with, those are busy. And then you're kind of maintenance and building your network the rest of the year. And I'm not saying you don't sign anybody, of course you do, but I'm saying those big shifts in your business normally happen for people that have been in a year or longer during the months of January through, May, April, May-ish, some even into June and July with Lavelle sometimes. So my thing is that if you kind of slacked for the summer and took off, and you haven't been on a schedule, and you haven't been setting your goals and doing all the things you need to be doing that you're supposed to be doing, because we're all human. I mean, I've gotten off of my game, you know what I mean? I've had days where, because my daughter wasn't going to school, I was like, what day is it even? Because she keeps me on track when you work from home. But now it's like, it's time to put my head down. And also it's time to look in the mirror and go, okay, my business isn't where I want it to be. Well, that's kind of my fault, because I haven't been doing all the things. I haven't been going 100%. 50% doesn't cut it if you want to get to 40K, 80K, 200K. It's just not. You got to go full speed ahead. So really think about, what am I going to be doing starting now, over the next 3 to 4 months, to prepare for the biggest months of this business. And we all know that's when Lavelle comes out with huge like if they're going to come out with bonuses, they usually do at that time. And if they're going to come out with some crazy new product, that's when it happens. Like, if you have nobody in your arsenal, if you have nobody you've been connecting with, and you haven't been adding new people and making connections and building relationships, then you're going to be that person kind of left out and not growing in our biggest time to grow. So everything you do now, in fact, most of the things I do today don't sprout and come to fruition for 3 to 6 months. So it's perfect timing for you to jump back in, get consistent, and stay focused. That thing Chas pulled up is awesome. It's awesome. But let's be honest. We may have those goals, but we might have a goal of signing 4 promoters and we don't. We might not sign any, right? Or we might want to sign 3 customers and we only sign 1. Those things happen, right? Like our goals, we have one thing set in our mind, and then what actually happens sometimes doesn't. What I would say to that is, don't concentrate so much on numbers. Concentrate on your daily actions, because you can't control if somebody's going to sign up with you or not. You don't have any control over that. The only thing you have control over is that you are doing all of the right actions to get to that point at some point with people, right? You're going to run into the right people that way. So concentrate on your daily actions. When you're writing out your goals, make sure those are goals that are attainable and things that you have control over, right? Because if you're setting goals, you have only goals that you have no control over. Like, I want to be 12K next month. Okay. Well, you don't have total control over that, because if you're not signing new customers and promoters right now, then that's going to be super disappointing, right? I can never get there and I can't sign this. But if you say, you know what, for the last 3 months, I haven't been doing X, Y, and Z, but for the next 30 days, I'm going to go live 3 times a week. Okay, if you get to the end of the month and you can cross that off, you are doing the right actions. Be proud of yourself. Or, setting goals like, I'm going to add 5 new people every day to my Facebook, 20 to Instagram, whatever that is for you, and sticking to that and being able to cross it off every day. The thing I've taught for the last probably 10 years of my business is a 6 list. It's easy, it's simple, but it's effective because it is something that you can do, that anyone, I don't care who you are, you don't need some fancy calendar. All you got to do is grab a sticky note and write down 6 things you're going to do tomorrow for your business. Every night before you go to bed, write down those 6 things. When you get up the next day, as you do them throughout your day in the nooks and crannies, cross it off your list. And when you get to the end of the day, everything should be crossed off. You can go, I'm accomplished. I'm creating movement somehow. And just make sure that those 6 things are income producing. They don't have to be income producing today, like signing a customer or promoter or even bringing in volume, but they need to bring income in the future. They need to be activities that actually bring income in at some point, what would bring in money later? What would grow your team later? Well, making new connections today, following up with people, going to people's timelines and posting things and being in the inboxes of people that are not yet in Lavelle. Going in groups and making a post and getting new connections, picking up a book and thinking about where do I need to grow the most and start doing some self-development, reaching out to your team, your current team that you do have, current customers you do have. All of that is going to either maintain your team, maintain volume, or grow new volume in the future. That is all part of growing a business. So I just want you guys to get on the mindset of, look, I've been doing this for 12 years. I'm not expecting anyone on here to do miraculous things over the next 3 months. You can. I've seen some of people's biggest growth months in November and December. That's up to you. But what I will say is I am expecting you to show up. I would like to see, now that kids are back in school, the Zoom numbers get over 100 in the morning. I want to see our Thursday night Zoom, Chasta's Wednesday night Zoom, and Stacy's Sunday night Zoom. I want to see those Zooms double, because that's going to show that you guys are plugging people in and you're plugging in, you're showing up and you're getting that growth. So that's just my 2 cents.
And one of the things, as Lisa was saying, that for me, that I do mentally, but I just wrote it down on my thing as she's talking, is 6 things to not do. Because I can have a tendency to do a lot of things that I'm just like, oh, I shouldn't do that. One thing I wrote down, and these had no category, but I just put, the scroll hole, comparison, staying up late tonight, eating sweets. So I'm just be honest, I've gotten a little bit of extra steroid weight, and it's bothering me, not because the vanity, but it's retention water. I was saying last night, my feet, but I will say I've eaten all the sweets. So I'm not helping this goal. And it has nothing to do with vanity. It has everything to do with the health of myself. So I said last night, I told Pam, as I put a brownie in my mouth, I said, tomorrow, the goal is to throw all of these sweets out, like get them out. So, and then you and I, Lisa, I mean, of course, we save the world when we're together. We fix all the problems. We literally had the planner out. We literally had on the big screen last night, this is a real story, the map of the United States of America. And we were like, what are we doing? We mapped out everything through the end of the year. We started talking about next year. What is it that we do as leaders when we see the most effective return from the field, from you guys? And so we really were sitting down thinking through, what do we need to do? And she and I both said, when we know what we have coming, when we're clear, we don't know the promos are going to come out with Lavelle. I'm assuming that we'll see something in the next couple of days with, our new DFT colors, things like that. We know Lavelle's going to handle the promos, but I have to take care of the preparation. So do I have my list of people that I'm going to go to the second he comes out? I can't be, let me think of 5 people that I can message when he comes out. No, right now we know that's coming out. You've got to have a list. And we had one of the leaders here this weekend, and she works a lot. And, she was just being very vulnerable and said, I don't have a lot of time to go live. I don't have time. My kids are busy. And she really had to step back and go, what do I want? And I think you talked to her too, Lisa, like just, it has to be intentional. When I started this business, it was at night. And as I've shared recently, I worked, 5-7 years now, like nobody did, to be where I am at, like nobody else can. And the thing is that, I'm able, if I need to step back for a minute, that I can refocus. I can get myself healthy. I can take the time to get, most of us are in jobs that you use your vacation, your sick time, you get short-term disability, all of those things. So there's little things about this industry that are such a blessing like no other place. A lot of people are like, I'm looking at this, or I'm going to do this. I'm going to tell you that I've literally Googled some of my top producers in this business. Some of them, I know what they make a week. And not just for me, because I don't feel like it's success if I'm just winning and I'm doing well. It's the others. And like even brain surgeons don't make. I mean, it's just crazy. So, you can be distracted. You can look around all you want. And I will say it, probably y'all will get sick of me saying it. I know this product works. I know this product is by far something that is leading. The product ingredients is leading in science. It's leading in the industry. People are talking about it. People are being proactive, and they're getting zincs, and they're getting C's, and they're getting D's, and they're doing all of these things. So your product, you got it. The business, you have it. You just have to find the right people. And I keep hearing from a lot of people, and you've said it probably 4 times since you've been here. People are, nobody has money, nobody has money. And you keep going, they do have money. People, like, look at our housing market.
They have money.
Yes,
In
you just
fact,
got to find the right people.
People have lots of money right now. That's why our economy is doing so well. They've got the money. It's just you guys have to get over your fear of asking people to buy something you're selling. Guess what? That's how the world works. Everybody's selling something. It's who can be the most passionate about what they're selling, have true passion behind it. And let me tell you what, I mean, doing this for the last 12 years, you watch people get comfortable, and that's why their business starts to slow down, right? I mean, let's be honest, we've seen it happen. Or you watch people get greedy. You watch all those things happen. And at the end of the day, you have to sit back and go, okay, look at what's possible. And that's what I look at. Look at what's possible. Look at how many people in this company can make it to the top of the comp plan, more than any other people in any other network marketing company that has ever been a network marketing company. Network marketing companies that have been around for 60 years don't have as many people that have reached the top of their comp plan. Okay, what does that tell us? It tells us that we have a comp plan that is achievable for people. The average person, somebody that can come in and that's never done this industry before, can come into this industry and make money. Obviously we have a product that no one else has. It's hard to find that. So just think about, what we have our hands on as far as comp plan goes and the product. Why don't you guys want to share that with other people? Why don't we want to share that with everyone we come in contact with? Because right now people are spending money, and if they're not going to spend it with you, they're just going to spend it with someone else. I mean, me and Chas are buying sunglasses that pop up in our feed. I'm buying clothes that pop up in my feed. I mean, be in the chat. How many of you see things pop up on ads that pop up on Facebook or Instagram and you bought something before? Because if y'all are being honest right now, everybody on here probably ordered from Amazon last week. I mean, at the end of the day, why are you so scared, right? We actually have a product that changes lives. that hundreds of thousands of people have taken time to submit a story to a fan page. I wonder if they did that with a curling iron. I wonder if they took the time to write a long drawn out story about how the sunglasses changed their entire life. I highly doubt that. And these places, are companies, right? That the CEO is getting rich, not a whole bunch of people. So the fact that we are so scared to put out there what we have our hands on and talk about it and post about it is just crazy if you think about it. It's something mentally you have to get over. And you know how you can prove that? because look at people that are high recruiters. Look at Twins team. Look at Kaylee. Look at Stacy Weisenberger, who has had a PPA every single month since the day she started 3.5 years ago, never not had a PPA. There's obviously people that want it. What's the difference between you not signing anyone and somebody that has a PPA every month? Stacy's confident. She's not scared to tell people about it. And when she does, she's like, you need this. So the only difference is she's growing her network constantly and she is not scared to talk about it. Do you think she gets no's? Yes. Do you think she gets people that rejects her? Absolutely. Do you think there's times where she might have people for days in a row? Well, that's part of the business. How many people scroll past an ad on Facebook for those sunglasses that me and Chas just bought? We had to have them, but there's plenty of other people that scroll right past thinking, nope, that's too expensive, or nope, I just don't need those right now, right? But somebody stops, right? Or the ad wouldn't be there. Just like somebody is going to want thrive in your life. It's all about you being excited and passionate about it. And why do you stop on an ad normally? You stop on an ad normally because it excites you. Because something on it, they show a demonstration and you're like, oh, I need that in my life. Or wow, look what that girl said about it. Or look what that guy did. Like, that's why we want to buy it, right? We see what other people are saying. So it's super imperative that you are, getting over yourselves really, and stop looking at yourself as a salesperson. That's what you are. That's what we all are in this life.
And we're
And-
selling something all the time. I
Yes,
mean, whether
yeah.
it's a product, it's our opinion, it's
Yeah.
our vibe. I mean, we're always going to
You made me want to buy the sunglasses. She already had them here, and I said, "Where'd you get them? Oh my God, I need them!" And then I get on because she was excited and loved the sunglasses. It made me excited and wanted the sunglasses. And neither one of us she didn't make any money off those sunglasses when she got me to buy them. Not a dime.
I didn't even get a referral.
Not even nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing at all.
I want to talk about, Lisa, one of the things that we do at the retreats is, we do those fear facing and we get to talk to so many people, and we come together from all over the map. And so one of the things, and I put this in my planner to go live more. And I know a lot of people, Lisa and I were talking about this yesterday about TikTok. So for me, and I'm just being honest, I'm mastering Facebook and Instagram. I have a TikTok account, but for me, I get distracted. I compare and compete. I get frustrated with TikTok. I know that's where it's at. I really do. But for me, I have to be more consistent. If I'm going to go live on TikTok and have my face, then I need to be making sure I'm effective live on Facebook and Instagram. Those were my first, not loves, but my first places that I put my growth. So a lot of people are saying, I'm not seeing growth, and they just jump to another platform. I'm going to do this. Well, make sure that you're mastering and you're saturating and you're maxing out what you have now. So
Well, it's like every part of their business. You're not even giving anything a chance.
Yes.
You're jumping to the next before that can work for
Yes.
you. You try something for 2 weeks and, oh, that didn't produce customers, so I'm on to the next. I have to do something sometimes for 6 months straight, a year straight, before I start to see the fruits of that happening in my business. But if I see it working for 50,000 other people, if I'm following the leader, I know that it's going to work for me eventually. I just have to figure out how to tweak it right and what to do, but I know I'm in the right direction, right? So we know that, Facebook works for people. We know Facebook groups works for people. You have thousands of people talking about that. It's just figuring out how to do it your way, what's going to work for you. But you can't keep switching gears the second something isn't working. It doesn't work. That's what's wrong with people that get into business. It's 99% of people will never make over, $150,000 a year, because they just aren't. They're always on to the next. They're always starting and quitting. And as soon as it doesn't happen for them right now, they're trying something new. And I know I used to be like that. I think I did tried 1,200 things before I found network marketing and started to actually stick with it. Like, I'm going to stick with this time. But you have to understand that doing that is going to get you nowhere. It's like that depiction of that guy that's picking away at the wall, and the gold's there. If you just want to pick for 2 more days or 1 more week, you cannot you have to know that you're never even going to get close. We know it's there. There's how many other leaders in this company have proven it's there? You just have to stick around long enough and do the right practices long enough to see something happening. So the proof is already there. Like,
And
can you
it's not-
imagine starting something that you had no proof? Like, can you
Well,
imagine being the first in Lavelle?
Oh, it's scary.
Going out in blind faith, just believing Paul and Jason and going, well, I hope this works. Like, I give those people kudos.
Tony,
because
there was
they
no
had-
DFT when
yeah.
she started. I mean, it
They
was,
had no proof that this was going to work. They just trusted. They were the people that laid the foundation before us that really did the hard work. We're coming into a company that's established, not going anywhere, $3 billion brand that is literally established itself to where it will be here in 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And not only that, but it's proven that people can succeed at it. They've already laid the platform, showed us how to do it, said, okay, this is how you do it. Now we're going to show you how we just did it. So it's not like that. I can't even imagine having that kind of blind faith.
yeah.
Like, thank gosh for coming into Lavelle when she already saw her do it and a whole bunch of other people. That was easy. I was like, okay, well, I know if Chas did it, then so can I. But I can't even imagine having to be one of the first to trust that process. Like, people just don't get how lucky we are to come into something that's literally 9 years old. And most companies don't even hit their stride till about 20 years in. My girlfriend joined another network marketing company that's literally I think they're celebrating their 30th anniversary this year. And they just started becoming popular 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
I asked that question. I'm like,
Yeah.
she joined what? I
Yeah.
mean, like, hasn't that been around?
And
like,
all of a sudden it's
forever?
like picking up its stride because guess what? This particular company, nobody online shopped 20 years ago. They just didn't do it. And this company wanted you to buy stuff at your house, stuff that that's what everyone does. So don't think you're naive to think that Lavelle has come out with this best stuff. You're naive to think that in any way, shape, or form, this company has hit any kind of stride. We're probably going to look back, those of you that stick with it. I believe everybody that sticks with this company for the next 10 years can be a millionaire. I have no doubt about that. But you're going to look back, those of you that do, and you're going to be like, I can't believe I thought then Lavelle was cool. Look at us now. Look what we're doing. It's going to be amazing.
And, talking about that, fear of the different things that we know are important. And I'm speaking to myself 100% because, I feel like when we're together, anytime with the leaders, we're just kind of masterminding and we get to be very vulnerable and honest. We get to talk about our numbers. We get to talk about, people not showing up for Zooms or, summer's hard. And we talk about the realness of the industry, but we can also talk about the blessings of this industry, and by far things that would never be achievable in any other area. I don't know if Kelly, if you're doing a walk or just walking to work, but are you doing a walk?
Yep, I'm doing a walk.
I'm so proud of you
Good
for
for
moving
you,
your body
Bishop.
this morning. Good job, Kelly. Look at you. I'm so proud.
It's, I
that's-
had 4,400 steps already.
Look at you go, girl. I have one step already to my living room. But I'm going to get it in a minute. So, but you just encourage me. I'm going to go and I'm going to say, Kelly can get her butt moving. I can too. So, just knowing that last night, Lisa and I were talking and guys, this is real. We were talking about TikTok and I was looking at people and I'm like, they just dropped it like it's hot. I couldn't do that. I wouldn't get back up. I mean, and so I had to really think, y'all, yet this weekend, I don't know why I didn't know that Instagram had hands-free. And y'all all knew that, right? Hands-free Instagram, like I'm the only one that does it, right? Okay, I'm in love with Instagram hands-free. I've been on Instagram for, I don't even know.
I was like,
how long.
what's that?
Yeah, and it was so fun because yesterday I opened my cap, I turned on my hands-free, I opened my capsule. I'm always like holding the phone, trying to figure out how I'm going to do it. Literally, Olivia, yeah, it's so cool because it was like, boop, boop, boop. And then I could add a little song. Like you'd have thought I was like Instagram, like professional, but it was that one little thing. And as Lisa was talking about TikTok last night, I just kept bringing my mind back to, look, I just learned a new thing on Instagram. I'm going to stay here. I'm not going to, and I really literally stayed firm in Like, she was like, Chas, that's where it's at. People are getting on Instagram or TikTok. And I'm like, that's just not me. Yes, I know that there's a lot of magnitude, but some of the things that I do that some other people that do TikTok is I still like to do events. I still like to meet people face to face. So where they're building solely on TikTok or whatever, I'm doing another avenue. Pam was saying, Chas, I don't like to do the dancing and the pointing and this and that. It's working. You see it in your cloud office working, but I also see her cloud office, and she's in the Jeep clubs. She's meeting people face to face. She's being involved in her community. That's working too. So you have to do what's working for you. So if you see someone, they're killing it in TikTok and that's not your jam, let me tell you, don't compare yourself, but find your jam. You're going to have your face show up on social media. People are going to have to see you being consistent. You're going to have to be present. So for me, I'm on my goals. I'm like, no, I'm not going to go try to master TikTok because I know it's going to be a time waster, but I am going to go live more on Facebook. I am going to show up in my stories. I am going to use the hands-free that I saw to educate, to influence, to entertain, because those are things that I'm familiar with. And I'm not saying that I want to be left behind or I don't want to be in the latest, greatest, but right now, I need to focus on the tools that I have in my toolbox. We have tools in our toolbox, but yet we're like, oh, this new tool came out. Let me go use that when my tool's not worn out over here. So I just want to encourage you. And that's one of the biggest things that we hear when we get face to face with people is I don't want to go live. I'm scared to go live. I feel, intimidated going live. Well, get over it, because you have to do that. If you want to beat the algorithms and you want to be able for people to see you, you're going to have to go live. Start with your stories. The stories are super simple. Kelly's walking right now. She could go live on her story and go, it's a beautiful morning. I got my morning walk in. I've already had a business meeting this morning. Whatever she wants to say. And she has gone live for the day. She doesn't have to go figure out Instagram Reels and TikTok slicing and all that. She just has to use the tools that she can literally push play and get something done for the day. So, that's one thing that I would encourage you, because I hear people saying it all the time. I'm afraid to go live. I don't want to go live. And for me, I just don't. It's easy for me to hit the stories, hit those things that are super, super simple. So if you're struggling with one area, just make sure you're doing something. So tell us real quickly in the comments, what is one thing about social media that you just struggle with? Like, you're like, oh, I hear Lisa, I hear Natasha, I hear Stacy, I hear Courtney, whoever it is, I hear them say, you should do this, but you're like, that's just an area I struggle with. One area is, I don't go live enough. Yeah. Showing up. One of the other areas people don't talk about is the area of the financing. Yes, prospecting up, absolutely. And Lisa and I were talking with Stacy, and we're like, we have, you do a lot of color personalities and things like that. And, we look and we have all these people that are yellows, or they're all these people that are reds, but we have to look at, even though we have these people that are yellow personalities, they are compassionate and they care about people, there is a red component in there. If someone says to me, I don't want to make money, it's not about the money, I really have a hard time with that, because when the bills come due, I have to pay with money. When something, I go to the grocery store, I pay with money, or a credit card has to be paid with money. So money is not the root of all evil. Let me just clarify that. The love of money is the root of all evil. Okay. So I think there might be some in the pantry. It might not be cold. So anyway, so learning to say, I need to be posting and sharing about the opportunity. But Chas, I'm just thriving for free. I'm not making, what I want to make just yet. It doesn't matter. You've made the decision to thrive for free, or to have an extra $500 a month or $100 a month, to to have extra for your family, where maybe you just got into this where I just want to contribute something to the family that we can go out to eat once a week and not burden our budget. So making sure that if we didn't have any, making sure that we say, I'm looking at, and this goes back to that gratitude. I'm looking at, I started this business just to feel better. And then I thought, well, am I going to continue to feel better? Because I don't really have the funds to take from my family budget. Well, then that means you're thriving for free. Well, then now I didn't really start for the business, but now I'm telling my friends about it and I'm doing this. And so then that means you've got 2 customers. Well, then now those customers are sharing it. How can you help them? So it's just a complete ripple effect over and over and over again. And you just have to evaluate. So I loved that last part of that little thing I showed you. What will I do differently this month than I did last month? And I know for me, I will start my mornings on time, and I don't know if I read that, but I will get to bed early. I have a tendency, my alarm goes off and it says get some rest. And yes, I'm that weird because I will stay going, stay focused. Literally it says get some rest. Well, then I go lay down and then I turn on the TV just for a little bit so I can kind of decompress, but then I get on YouTube and I'm learning something, and then my brain's going, and the illumination of light. I mean, then it's just like downward from there. So I'm going to focus on get your butt in bed, because last night, to be honest, I stayed up longer than I should. So at 5 o'clock, I zombied over to my alarm clock. I turned it off. Then I just got up for this. I haven't had my walk like Kelly. She's thebomb.com because she's already done hers. She's already sweating. So make sure that you're very strategic and you're like, oh, I don't want to plan my life that. I don't want to be that rigid. Here's the thing. That doesn't mean that if this doesn't happen exactly every single day, I'm a failure. It just means I have a game plan. I have a roadmap. I know where I'm going. I know where I'm headed. And if life does get a little cray, that's fine. You know, something happens in the middle of the morning. I don't make my plan. Then I can go, okay, whew, man, that was a crazy morning. Okay, refocus. What do I need to do today? Instead of going, man, my morning is wasted. My afternoon is wasted. No, I can go back. Just like I said, how do you restart this business? What is today? It's Monday. Okay, I need to motivate someone and I need to find some motivation. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Okay, I need to talk about my transformation, and then I need to put out a transformation. So just thinking through that, and by having your goals, having your things in your planner,
I'm surprised you don't need oxygen more. She hasn't taken a breath, has she?
I know, and I was just feeling it in my heart. I feel like, yeah. Hey, y'all are gonna, when I'm at full capacity, y'all are gonna be like, Jazz, breathe, literally. But it's super. I'm just so excited because I have a new appreciation for this business, for this product, for guys, because of the habits, Lisa, that I have put in place, like the gratitude. When I didn't have a pen and paper, I could literally lay there and be grateful and think through it, because I created that habit. Coming home and getting back into routine, I didn't have to learn it. I didn't have to start. I had habits in place, and I knew I had to pick up where I left off. Life is going to happen throughout the week. It's going to happen throughout the month. It's going to happen every single day. So do you know how to pick back up, get back into where you need to go, and say, here's what I need to do. So yeah, so I'll take a breath now. But it's exciting for me because I know these things work. I know how effective they are, but they're only as effective as I choose to make them. And I love a new month. I love starting off a new month. It's like my jam.
Yeah, I feel you.
You don't need a new year. People think, well, I'll start next year. I'll quit smoking at the end of the year. Start today. Try today.
That's why they never get anywhere, because it's the second they mess up and like, oh, next week. Okay, never mind. It's already so close to the new year that I'll just wait till the new year. Okay, well, I screwed this month up, so then I'll just start next. Like, you can't do that. Like, start today.
I always say every day is new mercies. Every day is a new opportunity to start over. That looks like Brittany O'Neill. Hey, Brittany, good morning. Hey, babe, I sent you something and it came back to me. I don't know why. I'm just doing my own personal business here on this live. But anyway, it came back. So message me again your address because it came back to me in the mail. Anyway, anything else? New month. I know we've got some exciting things. You're going home. You're going to be planning your September.
Well, we can let you in
Self-development.
on a little secret. We're going to be doing traveling and training. So we'll be coming to an area near you.
If you haven't, put out there which locations you want, make sure you let us know, because we were kind of looking at where we need to go. I'm a weenie. I love the cold, but I don't love the cold like y'all have it. Look, Minnesota.
We already
have
know.
it on the map. So look, Ohio. Yes, Tiffany, Montana. Oh, I just want to go to Montana and just be there. So, we were looking at, y'all blow us up, Syracuse. I mean, these are all places, North Carolina, New Jersey. And now I'm going to be real distracted because we were going to talk it. But it's so crazy because we were looking at where do we need to go before it gets too cold, because we don't want people to have travel issues. And what we were trying to do is really look at the map and go, where within. So if I drive down to Houston, where my family lives, a 4-hour drive to see my family, where I'm going to be with them for a minute, is not a big deal. Now, if you get me 6-7 hours, I ain't your girl. Like, put me on a plane, because I don't.
Here's the deal. Like, what we're trying to do is pick central locations where you guys won't have to drive more than 5 hours. So, like, it'll be really close for some people, but within 5 hours. So we're going to be going to warmer places in the winter and colder places where, places that get cold more.
So someone
spring
said
and fall.
Canada. Can someone clarify what is the deal with? I know Canada
Is it
has
open?
different providences. Like, is it open? Not open? I mean, can we go
We're
there?
all
Can
about
y'all come
coming
here?
to Canada. We
Yeah.
just need to know if we're allowed to come there and like get there without a COVID
Alberta.
issues.
Yeah. So that's the thing we didn't know. Like with, I know that like with Canada, certain provinces were open, some certain weren't. So let us know, message one of us, let us know if that's what it is. But Nova Scotia, Newfoundland is open. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So okay, my phone's already blowing up. Like, so y'all are excited too. We are so excited. We know.
Nashville, we're talking about Nashville.
Yeah. So we're excited to get back in the faces very respectively and carefully and do all the things. I don't know if you guys saw that California did some training this weekend. Congratulations to that team and to all the people that took the stage. It was awesome. I know several people put some of that on their Facebook page. You can go find that if you want to. And again, I just have to remind you guys, you're getting on the Zooms. If you're consuming information, make sure you're doing the application. You can't just consume. You've got to apply. Just like with food, you can't just consume food. You got to burn calories so you can consume more food. You've got to go out there and make something impactful from what you got this morning. So I talked about this on last week, I think. Make a goal for this month that after every Zoom that you consume, that you will go back and do an application, because that's where you will, I'm telling you, trust me, you will see transformation when you go and you listen. Literally, we talked, Paul broadcast in, Maria broadcast in, Amber broadcast in, Amanda broadcast in this weekend, and literally from each one, everything they said, it was a lot, but I took one thing from what each person said. Like Amber gave y'all a great analogy of, the rocks and the water, and that was cool. That's something I will make note of and use that again. Amanda Arnett said, talked about, getting back in the game and finding, those people and being effective in the post creation and content fire. And then Paul again gave us the reiteration of the power of this business. And he even shared with us that even now he struggles with comparison. He's doing great in his health. He's got a beautiful family. He's obviously very successful in his business. And then he compares himself. Like, who does that? He has a multi-billion-dollar brand. But I love that he shared that truth, that he has that. So I've always said, when I was very first starting out, Paul would say that his brother wouldn't sign up to order his product, and he went to Christmas, and his brother's like, dude, give me some of those samples. He's like, no, like, you can't pay for it. So, the cool part is that you definitely can look around and go, people are for sure struggling with some of the same things that we do. So, just know that you're getting your life planned out. And hey, if your planner is where you're comfortable sharing that, that's a great engagement post. What goals do you have set for this month? Ask your audience, ask your people, what are you going to do this month that you didn't, what are you going to do differently this month than you did last month? And, it's just an opportunity to kind of get going and ask those questions of motivation. Here's my calendar. This is how I do my planning. Talk to your audience, don't just sell to them, but talk to them, conversate with them. All right, we're about time, I think, for our brave, or no, our peace.
Yeah, we're already on to another book. We've been doing this Zoom so many mornings. It's crazy. I don't know.
100 Days to Peace is our new book.
I need 1,000,000 days to peace.
Amen. I need some peace. I already woke up to a message I didn't like this morning. I need lots of peace.
But it's a perfect example, again, which I mean, I don't know if text or whatever, but the thing is that is, I mean, like, can we just be honest and transparent? You're like, I shouldn't have read that before. I shouldn't have this. And that it goes back to when
threw me all off. That's why I haven't been on my game right now.
That's why I have to talk without a breath, because she's like, I'm not feeling it. But that's how our days start. If our day starts here, we go down. I mean, we only can go down unless something great happens. And let's be honest, life has a way of just doing this. And so we've got to start here. I don't open my social media. I don't look at the news. I don't, there's just some things that I have to say, look, I got to be on my A game. I've got to do this for me. I need to, as soon as I jump off of here, I need to lace up. I need to go for a walk, whatever it is I want to do, to get my head right. So then I can attack those sort of things. So, those are just things. It's life. It's just life. And life has a way of throwing you off of your track. We have a fly, sorry, off your track every single day. So that's the thing. Protect your peace. And I know, Lisa, you're going to need this devotion just as much as anybody. So who's doing our 100 Days of Peace this morning?
I believe it is Skye that's going to be reading it this morning. If you have not won anything yet during the Good Morning Vibe Tribe, drop an aha that you got from these ladies this morning, and after Skye's done reading, they can pick
now Shannon, do you mean just drop the word aha, or do you mean
no aha that they got from you all? And aha. Aha.
I think she means aha moments.
Yeah, that's it. Skye, you reading today, right?
I am. Okay, day 4. God's promises. Cast your cares on the Lord, and he will sustain you. He will never let the righteous be shaken. From Psalm 55, chapter 22, or verse 22. As we have become accustomed to, and at times almost numb by, a steady stream of unsettling news, we are reminded that our world is in a state of constant change, but God is not. So when the world seems to be trembling beneath our feet, we can be comforted in the knowledge that our Heavenly Father is the rock that cannot be shaken. Remember that God is far bigger than any problem you may face. Put your faith in the Father and his only begotten Son. After all, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today and forever. Hebrews 13:8. And it is precisely because your Savior does not change that you can face your challenges with courage for today and hope for tomorrow. Take your anxieties and troubles to God. Seek protection from the one who cannot be moved. Our Heavenly Father stands out ready to comfort you, to guide you, and in time to heal you. The same God who created the universe will protect you if you ask him. So ask him and then serve him with the willing hands and trusting heart. Then there's some quotes here. When I am secure in Christ, I can afford to take a risk in my life. Only the insecure cannot afford to risk failure. The secure can be honest about themselves. They can admit failure. They are able to seek help and try again. They can change. That's from John Maxwell. Let God's promises shine on your problems. Corrie ten Boom. God does not give us everything we want, but he does fulfill his promises, leading us along the best and the straightest paths to himself. Dietrich Bonhoeffer. For further reflection, Deuteronomy 7:9, Psalm 31:3, 54 verse 4, Corinthians 2, chapter 1, verses 20 to 22. Today's prayer. Dear Lord, because of you, I can face the uncertainties of life with courage and with hope, with wisdom, and with faith. So today and every day, Father, I will study your word, I will trust your promises, and I will follow your Son. Amen. And that's it.
Okay,
Thank
we're gonna
you.
get it. Thank you.
All right, I know it's a little bit early. Imagine that we got done early and we didn't go over time.
Y'all gotta pick a winner. I know that.
All right, pick a winner, Shannon, and then we'll wrap it up for the day. We've got things to hit today. I hope that y'all have a great day. Personally, business-wise, you hold a lot in your hand for this day. Protect your peace, be aware of your productivity, forgive quickly. There's a lot of things that we have control over, and there's a lot of things that are out of our control. So you decided this morning to definitely start your day right. And so it's time to, let's go out and let's kick it. All right, Shannon, I'll let you pick a winner.
And I'm hoping I'm going to say the last name right, but Candice Parkinson.
Yay.
Congratulations, Candice. If you want to go ahead and send me a message, I will get you the graphic. You can pick something and then I'll get that information to Lisa.
Yay.
All right, guys, y'all have a great Monday. Happy Monday. Happy new month.
Have a good Monday, guys.